Hi, Leo. Welcome. So, Leo, this is going to be your reading. Let's jump straight into it as I already have messages out for you. First of all, I was feeling something ground shaking, ground breaking, like in the energy when I was meditating for my collective Leos. So this just might be a very spiritually heightened time frame for you, or there might be change or movement in the atmosphere or the energy. But I actually feel this to be very inspiring, right? I think that you need to trust a little bit and have a little bit of faith that things are not happening to you, but they're happening for you, Leo. This is a time frame to to honor your higher guidance. And I do feel you being guided through whatever this is. And just trust a little bit, okay? This is also highlighting commitments and what you're committed to personally when it comes to yourself, when it comes to who you are, when it comes to what you tolerate, your boundaries, your love for self, right? So very spiritual energy, very groundbreaking energy. That's the word I got, groundbreaking. So let's see what's coming through, Leo, and get some cards out for you, for my Leos. We have the card of integrity, the card of journeys. Woo! I got this song. Oh, don't mind if my energy is shifting. The card of dedication and the card of decisions. I got a message about, a song, something so out of the ordinary. And I actually got that in a private reading I just did as well. I don't know what her zodiac sign was. Perhaps it was Leo, or she has Leo placements, but it's just something so out of the ordinary. And I feel like I've gotten that message for you before, Leo. And it's a very heightened spiritual energy. So also I want to say non-physical, loved ones that have passed, people that you've had past lives with that may not even be in this physical realm with you, all making themselves available to you, Leo. And you may be getting signs, dreams, symbols, from the other side, so to speak. So yeah, pay attention. I'm getting like goosebumps right now. So you have the card of journeys and the card of integrity, and then you also have the card of dedicated and decisions. So this is literally talking about keeping your integrity when it comes to your next moves, Leo, or what you communicate or how you speak to other people. Nobody hates being talked down to more than a Leo. There's something real triggering about that, you know what I mean? But you don't prove a point by getting mean back or yelling. You prove a point by staying in your calm, by staying in your integrity, and by not entertaining that. And so that's not always easier. It's easier said than done, right? Especially for my fire signs. But if, you've been biting your tongue, or things have been getting heated, or you find yourself in a heated moment, just heed that. Keep that in mind. Like, you show power through your ability to control emotion, especially in triggering or heated situations. That's how you contain your power. With the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Swords, this is making decisions from a logical standpoint, not an emotional or impulsive standpoint. So they want you to stay dedicated to your vision, stay dedicated to standing on business, meaning what you say and saying what you mean, and making decisions from that balanced, logical part of you, and not so much that passion-filled, emotional side of you, which again, easier said than done, but we are finally out of the crazy eclipse energy and the retrograde and that last full blood moon. My goodness. This is a tough year, energetically speaking. It's a year 9, right? But the last eclipse we had, which just is a week or so ago, that's the last eclipse of this year, and thank goodness for that. So whatever changes have gone into effect or will go into effect during this week, will have lasting effects all the way until spring of next year. Okay? So, politics is the card you got out. Courage. Sorry. Some of you are like just quite literally talking about politics with other people. That's fine, but I always feel like that's iffy because people will be getting real triggered and stuff over that topic for whatever reason. So only talk amongst with friends, okay? Or friends that agree with you, if that's the case. Now, not all of you is it that specific. Some of you, this is saying it takes courage to remove the false facade or to walk away from people that wear false facades because you see this person is wearing a mask. They are not who they say they are. Now, that could be you, Leo, or that could be somebody you're connecting with, right? And sometimes it takes courage to demask or unmask people, but sometimes it takes courage to call our own selves out on our own bullshit too. Don't get me wrong. But I actually feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with, and it's taking courage to like see it for what it is, see them for who they are, you know, whatever. Also, if you're communicating with somebody that you don't trust or you don't fully get, like you're not sure if they're authentic or not, be very careful what you're communicating, okay? Use that discernment that I talked about earlier about controlling what you say. There seems to be intense energy around friendship right now as well. It could be that you are connecting with some friends, or there could be friends involved in a very intense situation where there's masks being worn or politics involved or something isn't quite what it seems. So watch also the friend zone of your life and who's in the friend zone, okay, and be aware. So, damn, Leo, what you got going on? Ay. Let's go deeper and see. Never a dull moment. That's it, yeah. Let's go a little bit further and see. What else does my Leos need to know? There's something so loud on the ordinary. Ooh. Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. The Five of Cups. Now, what is up with that? Let me get one on that. What is that? Why would you be doing that? What is that? Okay. Oh my goodness. I got a whole another story here. So, Leo. Let's start here. You have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. This is about freedom. This is about staying dedicated to your craft, to who you are, to working on yourself. This is about intuition, having clarity, having a clear mind, but also learning new information. So when it comes to what you do or what you do for a living or what you do for self or what you do for a hobby, whatever, they're saying have fun with it. Like keep working at it because it's going to pay off for you. Listen to your intuitive nudges. You're learning so much. You know, like I feel like there's a learning factory going on right now. And I'm also getting the word purification. You may want to do a purification ritual or some sort of purification in the home or in your chakras, Leo. But it's like staying dedicated to yourself, having big payoffs in the long run, and actually allowing you more space, time, and energy to do what you truly love, you know. But there's also this other stuff going on emotionally. What's this? So there's something very emotional that is completely draining you, and I don't think you're intentionally creating your own sadness or your own misery, so to speak, but by hyper reflecting, hyper focusing, hyper thinking about something. You're breaking your own heart. So in a way you are. A lot of times we do manifest our own suffering simply because our mind is a powerful thing, and sometimes our mind gets the best of us, and we know it hurts when we think about that, or we know it hurts when we think about that event, that person, that moment, and yet we do it anyways. We play sad songs about it. We sometimes just relish in that pain, because unfortunately pain has become quite familiar to the human race, that we think that it's natural and normal. But I promise you, there is nothing normal or natural about pain. You're a being of wellness, of love, of eternity, of eternalness, right? But because we often live painful lives or painful events, and I'm not even saying I'm excluded from this group, because I feel pain and I definitely dwell in it. It's just a human syndrome. You know what I mean? Like, but don't become addicted to the pain, because I'm getting an NF song, but I'm addicted to the pain though. Don't get addicted to the pain, Leo. And that sounds crazy that you would have to remind somebody of, to not get addicted to something that feels horrible, but a lot of people are addicted to pain and they aren't even aware of it, you know, but they beat that drum all day long of what went wrong and what hurt them and this and that and this and that and this and that, that they literally beat themselves to death energetically with that pain. And although pain serves you, don't get me wrong, Leo, pain serves you in a way that it helps to develop and grow and crack you open to be more loving once you release the pain. But you've got to release the pain first to get to that stage. And a lot of people don't ever let themselves get to that stage. And it destroys them. Pain is purposeful in that you're meant to feel the hit, but then you're also meant to take the bounce. Because pain is showing you that there's something else ahead for you, and to be open to that. Pain is showing you where you need to change. Pain is showing you where there's endings, but also new beginnings, right? So don't allow yourself to stay there too long. Take the hit and then take the bounce. Take the hit, take the bounce. And get back into as the best of feeling space as you can, Leo. Damn, this is a deep reading. Let's go further. I just got done doing another deep reading. I don't know what's going on in the energy today. I can't get that NF song out of my head. I love NF. That was the rhythm of the song. I think it's called Change. That's what it's called. I'm looking for change. I'm searching for. I'm looking for change. Well, Leo, if you're searching for change, change is a-coming. Okay? Because the Four of Pentacles, the world, and the wheel is here. You cannot hold on to forever. You cannot hold on to this idea of forever, that things are not going to change. And as fixed signs, and I'm a fixed sign too, that could be really hard for us to do, because we don't like to let go of things we're fixated on, or habits that we have, or people that we love. Just be honest. Like, Leo, you love with all your heart, not just a little bit of it, all your heart. So you like to hold on to that. And I'm not saying to change your nature. No. But I am saying something is coming full circle here that is going to give some sort of change or closure around a situation. And it's about time, because it's in divine timing as well. And this is something that's fortunate for you, because it's balancing out the scales. It is balancing out something spiritually and karmically for you. So there's some sort of change, Leo, that's coming through that is going to provide, I don't want to say closure, I don't really like that word, because we're eternal. Okay? Death is not an ending. It is a transition into a new beginning. We are eternal. Okay? And most of the reason we suffer is because we believe in endedness, even though every biblical and spiritual text will tell you there is no such thing as endedness. There is no end. Amen. So when you understand that, there's really no such thing as closure, is there? But there is such thing as closing chapters, or, changes coming through that help us to move in and through pain that may bring us a little bit of peace. There's something karmically shifting here for you, Leo, that is bringing about change, but it's also bringing balance if you'll let it. If you'll let it. But you got to be a willing participant. You have free will. You're so free, you can choose bondage should you wish. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Oh, okay, let's lighten it up here. Good. Lighten it up. Yeah. So the Five of Swords is here, Leo. This is a sense of detachment. This is a sense of something not making sense to you. Something not lining up. It just doesn't make sense is what I feel. But they want you to keep reaching for that good feeling space anyways. And don't try to make sense of it, because every time you try to make sense of something that don't make sense to you, or worse, even hurt you, the more involved you are in that pain. The more you are manifesting more pain, and then you become addicted to the pain. So you got to veer away from that, Leo. And they want you to reach instead for things that feel good to you. To open yourself up to the generosity and love and the humanity of others, of the world, of what other people can offer you, but also what you can offer yourself, what you can do for yourself. There's so much support showing up here for you, Leo, whether that's family, friends, spirit, guides, angels. Okay, so you're being supported in this energy. You're being supported. And you may not even recognize that at times, because even though you've got all this, look at all this goodness here, okay? All this clarity coming in, this ability to work on yourself, to release something, to get balance back into your space or have some sort of peace. It's like because of this disconnect, because of this emotional pain here, it's throwing it off kilter. And that's all right. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Energetically, it's going to balance itself out. Be patient. Continue to work on yourself. Try to come from more of the logic than the emotion, especially when it comes to decision making. And Leo, you'll sail through this. Okay? And then come out the other side and find out that the universe wants to offer you things. Maybe things you've never even had before or never even thought you could have. And yet it's there. It's on offer. There's something that's on offer here. Could be friendship, could be relationship, could be other people supporting you. It could be anything. But you got to be open to it. So, woo! What a freaking intense reading. Let's see what the guidance is. Okay, so we have the card of Seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Remember that everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit, and we are all connected to one another, whether we are on the earthly plane or in the non-physical plane. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or having your own birth chart. I have Libra, Aries, Libra, Virgo, Libra, got lots of Libra here, Aquarius and Gemini and Leo energy here. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments below. Comment. Please comment to keep me in the algorithm. You guys know I had to take a month off for my own loss. So this is losses. I won't get into that. I had quite a few and I needed to take time off, but I'm back. So make sure you comment and give me some love, a heart, a hi, a hello, give me a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, help me get back into that algorithm. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of both of those pages. I do go live on Facebook as well as daily readings. And I'm also on TikTok, TTWD. All linked below. Check me out on all of them. Wishing you the best. Till next time, my friends. Namaste.